Hello everyone, this is Zeeshan Shah and welcome to Zinteractive. So we will start with our next lesson, and today we will see how the user interface of Marvelous Designer looks like. The version I'm using right now is Marvelous Designer 11. So the user interface is quite a bit changed from the last user interfaces like Marvelous Designer 10 and 9 and 8. So there are a couple of new features in Marvelous Designer 11. So including that, we will see the basics of the user interface. It's quite simple, not something which is overwhelming at the first time. It's very simple, and you can see that it's not something that you see in different other software. Now, first thing we have here are the two windows. This is a 3D window and this is a 2D window. Now we can control these two windows by these buttons here. If you want to see one window, you can click on that window, one window option here. Okay. Then from here, you can choose whatever you want. You can have a 2D pattern window, or you can have a 3D pattern window, or any other windows that you want is all available here. Okay. So I just want to keep it 3D window. Okay. And then I can go back to my two views. So inside the two views, I will get 3D window, and on both sides. So this one I can change it back to 2D pattern window. You can have 3 window also. So suppose if you are working on any one of their panels, like suppose I'm working more on fabric, or maybe I'm working on property editor a lot, and I don't want to see both of them at the same side because maybe I wanted the fabric window to be quite long enough. So what I can do is that I can just click on these 3 window option. Okay. And once I'm done with this, I can go here, and then here I can go to the property editor, and I will have a property editor here, fabric here, and just like that. Okay. And if you don't want that, you can go back to your 2 window, or you can have 2 3D windows as well here. Suppose this 3D window, I can have this sort of a view, this sort of a view here. So you can have two like different 3D windows here. Okay. You can make them orthographic as well, which we will see later on how we can do that. Okay. So right now I don't want this window here, so I can detach it from here by clicking this button. Okay. Sorry, this button is basically for duplication. So to detach it, what you can do, to remove it, you just have to go to the two windows back. Okay, that's all. This button over here is not detach button. This is basically duplicate button. So if you click on it, it will give you a duplicated window, just like this one. And you can put it wherever you want. Suppose if you have a dual screen, you can put it on the dual screen, or maybe you can just attach it wherever you want. Okay. And it will be attached over there. So this like something like this. Okay. And if you want, you can close this out. So this is how it actually works, these two windows here. Now, apart from the 3D and 2D windows, we have some tools over here in the 3D. These are for 3D controlling. This gives, this controls the 3D effect on the avatar and on the clothes. Okay, so we have select and move. Then we have like selecting the mesh, tacking here. Then we have different others, and we will go one by one to all of these. So don't worry about that. Similarly, we have them in the 2D. All these tools here in the 3D window is related to 3D. And everything that is in the 2D window is all related to the 2D. This is more like a display setting. Different display settings here in the 3D window and also in a 2D window. Now, all these menu items that you see on the top, these are basically the same what you see over here. So basically it's quite repetition inside Marvelous Designer. The same thing you see on the top, same things are here. It's just matter of fact, if you are very familiar by working with these menus, so you can really work with these menus. If you are more familiar or more comfortable working with these menus, you can work with these menus or these or these. So it's totally up to you. So it's quite helpful, user friendly. So nothing really hard over here. Now, on the other side here, we have fabric, which allow you to add fabric, okay, copy fabric, assign fabric, and delete unused fabric. Down here is the property editor. Whatever item is selected, either in a 2D or in a 3D, all the properties related to that is appeared here. On the left side, we have general and store. Store basically will open store where you can download or buy any garments from the Marvelous Designer store directly. Okay. General consists of garments. You can see there are different garments here. If I will click on this folder, it will take me outside. Same things that are appearing here, which are appearing on the top, are appearing here as well. Okay. So if I double click it here, it will take me back to the garment. So we only have t-shirt and pants. Okay. Now in the avatar, if you will go, you have female avatar. Okay. You have the motion of it, poses of it, shoes of it, and the avatar itself. Okay. And if I will go back outside, I have a male also. Okay. So if you want to add any avatar, you just double click on it and the avatar will be added here. Now, how you can view the 3D window or a 2D window, like how the orbiting and moving around Gizmo works over here. Basically, you just have to go to setting and preferences here. Then you have a Gizmo option here. So you can choose whatever Gizmo you want to work on, either world coordinates, local, or screen coordinates, totally up to you. Then here we have preferences. If you will click on the preferences here, it will pop up a window here. Okay, so you will see view controls. Now view controls that I'm using right now is basically Maya. It have user preset, the one that you can make by your own, regular mouse, okay, which is Marvel Designer's regular, or by like default, you can say. Then those who work on Maya can use Maya. Those who works on 3D Studio Max can use 3D Studio Max. Then you have Vacuum Pen, XP Pen, and Magic Mouse. So I'm familiar with Maya. I work a lot with Maya. So I have chosen Maya over here. So the same way I control things in Maya, I can control over here. Okay. Suppose there is no blender over here. So what you can do is that you can go to user preset and change all these settings the way you control the view inside Blender. So this is how it works, the view controls inside Marvelous Designer. So here I have now an avatar, and here I have the silhouette of the avatar in the 2D window. Okay. So this is what we have inside the avatar. I can change the hair if I want. Like suppose I don't like this hair, I maybe like this hair. So I can double click on this hair and the hair will be applied to it. And one more thing here is that it have pose. The pose that we have right now is a general, you can say T pose or A pose. Okay. But there are many different other poses here. So this is the by default pose, which you can see over here. You have a relaxing standing pose as well. And when you double click on it, it asks you the joint information that the pose only maintain avatar size or pose and joint translation. So I will choose pose only and align bottom to the ground. So it will be on the ground and I will press OK. That's all. So this is once you are done with your garment, then you can apply it. Otherwise, it's a little hard to apply garments on this pose. So I prefer you keep this by default pose over there. Now, next we have here is the motion for animation. Once we will move to the animation parts, then shoes. So I have these shoes. You can change any shoes that you want. I like this one, so I will keep it this. Then we have here hangers. If you are working only on the hanging clothes, not on an avatar, sometimes you want to work on a shirt that is hanging on on a hanger, or a piece of cloth attached to this one, or a towel hanging over here, or a piece of cloth. Okay, so that's you can do over here. Fabric here basically gives you all a different sort of fabric of like a fabric presets. Okay, like suppose once you are done with your garment and you want to give a feeling of a denim, so you can directly apply denim from here. So these are different sort of uh, or like fabric materials here. Then substance. So if you are working with substance designer, you can bring your substance material here and you can apply the substance material on your garment as well. Next is the interior fabric. Right now, I don't have any interior fabric. This is basically if you are working on sofas, bed, some other accessories like bags. So for those purposes, you can use this. Then we have hardware and trim. In hardware and trim, you have all those things that are related to Marvelous Designer, or you can say Marvelous Designer clothing, so like buttons, zipper. So these are basically the meshes. Okay. So like not cloth pieces or fabric, they are just actual meshes here. So you can apply as you want it. So this is how we have here these general options. Now, next here, what we can also do is that we can go duplicate any one of these. Okay. And then after that, we can attach some of them here. For example, we do have fabric here and another fabric here. So we don't need two fabrics. Let's make the property edit a little taller. In the fabric now, we have some more. Like we have library. Now library basically is whatever you have imported inside inside Marvelous Designer will be in your library. And this is what the library is. Okay. So, and those things that are already included in the library that we can see over here, the one that is pre-installed inside Marvelous Designer. So some things, some panels are missing over here, and those you can now go through like history. So whatever you have done so far, its history is created just like in Photoshop, and you can go through those and undo, redo whatever you want to do that. Then we have modular configuration. Now, modular configurator is basically a mix and match sort of a garment collection. Suppose if you want a t-shirt, if I will go in the t-shirt menu here for men, and if I will choose any sort of a t-shirt, like suppose if I will go to a t-shirt here, I have two different sort of t-shirts, dropped and set in. Drop means like it will be outside my pants, it will be not tucked in, and this will be tucked in. So I will choose the dropped, and as soon I will choose that, it will give me more different options here. Now, what are these? These are different sort of t-shirts here. Suppose I want this sort of a collar. Okay, when I will double click on it, it will give me this model here. Now I can choose any one of the sleeves. Suppose I want short sleeves. I can double click on it and I will get this. Now it's got not matching, so we can do we can apply the same pose that we were using before. Okay, so I can click on my avatar and double click on it. Press OK. And it will apply on that. And here we have it. Okay, so don't worry about the clothings right now, because we will go in details like how we can pose them, how we can apply them. This is just, I was explaining you what the modular is. So modular is basically a mix and match. So it's come with pre-built, or you can say some like clothes, and you can see we have it here all applied here. Okay, so let's delete these. I don't want it right now. Or yes, yeah, let's delete it. Okay, now you can see here, after the modular configurator, we have a scene browser. Inside the scene browser, whatever we have on the screen is available here. Okay, like we have our avatar. We can click on any part of the avatar and we can adjust it. Okay, from here, from the bottom. Okay, so we can take our avatar or our joint here, okay, or our left thigh here, and you can see the name of the model here is Henry. I can change it to Martin. Okay, so it will apply the thigh, Martin's thigh over here instead of the Thomas or Henry's thigh. So this is how you can do that here. You can see like the change here. I can change the face. Suppose if I will click on the face here, this is Henry, and if I don't want Henry, I can have Nate. So I can get Nate over here. Okay, or maybe if I don't want Nate, maybe I want Darnell, so I can have Darnell here. So whatever choice you have it here, you can apply, and then you will have that model with you. Okay. So I hope the scene is clear. And once you will add your garments, the garments will be also available over here. Now let's go back here and let's see, we have fabric. Fabric is already here on the top. Next, after the fabric, we have button. Now here you can add a different sort of buttons. And once you have the garment, you can apply those buttons from this window. And you can copy them, assign them, or you can delete them. Apart from button, we have buttonhole. Now button and buttonhole basically works together. So if you have a button and if you have a buttonhole, you need both of them so that the button can go in the buttonhole. Then we have here top stitch. What are the top stitch? It's basically a stitching line to give more realistic feeling to your garments. Then we have here sculpt. Basically, if you want to make your own wrinkles, so just like in Zbrush, when you do like where you do sculpting, here you can do the sculpting. Okay, so this is for that purpose here. And then you have a UV editor, and you can go to the UV editor here to work on. But UV editor and sculpt basically have to be on a bigger screen. Shouldn't be on the smaller screen. So what I can do is that I can just duplicate this one, change it to something else. Okay, or close it, totally up to you. Maybe I want a button here. Okay, and this I can put on my dual screen or any other screen, and I can control from there. Okay, so right now I don't have a garment, so therefore I cannot sculpt right now. But once we will move to the sculpt part, so we will see how we can work on the sculpt. So let's close this one. Now, we were in the UV editor, so same thing with the UV editor goes. You can have the UV editor on a bigger screen. So it's better to have it on a bigger screen so you can clearly work on. So whatever garments you are working on, their UVs will appear here. So once we will move to the class that is related to UVs and materials, we will learn this more in detail. Down under here, we have property editor. So if you click on anything on the screen, its property will appear here. Just like we have a model here, Thomas. So what I can do here is that same thing. Instead of Thomas, I can change it to Henry. Okay, and he will become Henry. Okay, so that's what we have on the side and on this side and on this side. So in the next class, we will move to all these other parts on the 3D window and the 2D window, because these are the highly used parts. Okay, and one by one, we will see them, how they actually work. So guys, if you like my videos and have not subscribed to my channel yet, so please do it and hit the bell icon. To support my channel, please watch my videos online and do not download them. Otherwise, I won't get any benefit out of it, which will demotivate me to make further videos. So please champion my channel and like them if you find them useful. So take care, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep learning on Z Interactive, your own training institute. If you're enjoying this series and want to binge watch the whole course without waiting for next lesson, then join my Z Interactive Early Bird membership plan. Once you are an active member, you will be able to binge watch all the courses without waiting for lessons to get published. Moreover, you can support my channel by joining Z Interactive Friends membership plan. You will get a lot of perks with that also.